Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased about to bring you this Aerotec. I'm still wearing it. It's been on wrist a while, so I think I'm pretty well placed now to give you the sort of pants and Paka and bits and pieces. The one thing I'll say off the bat is it's a really cool watch. Very, very cool. What's even more cool is the pricing early doors. So if you get in for the first couple of days, it's much cheaper. It goes up sort of in increments, but at early days, the price of this watch for the materials used and everything is a real good proposition. I was aware of Aerotec for a little while. They released a bronze diver a little while ago, some other bits and pieces. I really wanted to try and get one in. Fortunately, they sent this over to me to review, so thank you very much, Aerotec. I'm sure they're going to be coming hard and fast with some new stuff as time goes on. A few different color variations to choose from. The dials are really nice. This one's got a little crack on it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. But yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm sure yours won't have that. But yeah, it's been really enjoyable spending time with it. Nice, like I said, on the fly, just clasp. I like the branding. I like the fact they've used the logo on the hour hand, something different. I've not really seen that before. So that was interesting to see. But yeah, we're going to run through this together. Hopefully by the time we get to the end of the video, you know, if it's for you, if it is, please use the link in the description. Not an affiliate link. This will make your life a bit easier. But like I say, don't leave it too long because the price is going to keep going up. And like I said, if you don't want to spend $100 more on something that you could have got a week or two before, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll stop going on because you want to see the watch properly, didn't you? So it's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. I'm not sure this is the packaging you're going to be receiving it in. If you do, not a problem. Out of cardboard box. Inside it comes with it's like a magnetized card. Let me open it up. Thank you for your support. It's got a card there, not signed. I will assume that yours will be signed. Like I said, cardboard box, and it comes with another case inside. Like I said, if you get this as part of your purchase, you're not going to be disappointed. Very substantial. Let me open this up. I can do so with the gloves on. There we are. This is the one that I've got. There's a few colors to choose from. I know of another sort of orangey yellow one that I've seen doing the rounds. I did take off 3 links for it to fit my wrist. Push pins. I would like to have seen screw links, if I'm honest. But there we go. Leather sort of material. I don't know if it's definitely leather, but it feels sort of leather style. Cushions, leather as well. What I do like, something quite small. I like the shape of it. I like the fact that when it's on there, it sort of articulates and sits properly. So that's nice to see. But yeah, this is the watch. I'm gonna put the crown in. Had it all sort of ready in preparation. So this is the Aerotec. This is limited edition. This is their black label. This is their blue wave or wave stone. Yeah, you'll see. I'll bring the other color variations up next to me, so you've got a good idea of maybe what's more in keeping with your taste. But this one looks really beautiful, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, that sort of stone they're using, really stunning. See, there we are. The inside this watch, it's running a Miyota 9039 movement. I'll bring some information about that movement now. What can I say about this movement, guys, that I've probably not already said? The Miyota 9000 series of movements, I would say, is comfortably my favorite movement. I've got it in many of my watches. Many of them I've chose to keep because of the movement, because I really like it. Nice sweep, 24 joules, 28,800 beats per hour, or 41-hour power reserve. But they do run really well. They run exceptionally well. This one is running about 3 seconds slower a day. I've said many times I'd rather my movements run fast, but you take 3 seconds slow, wouldn't you? So there we are. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal on the front and back, is all 316L stainless steel. So that's the bezel. You've got the case, 2 pushers, one for the internal bezel, one's for the obviously setting the time and stuff. You've got the bracelet, you've got the clasp, which also has the on the fly. Signed on there, you've got the outer part of the exhibition case back, all 316L stainless steel. And like I said, everything is sort of mainly brushed. You've got the odd sort of polished element, but for the most part, a very tall aesthetic. I know you've got a beveled edge on the clasp and stuff, but yeah, generally brushed with a few polished elements. The case thickness of the watch is 13.3 millimeters. The case diameter, this one I measured from the 9 to the 3, because that's where the crowns aren't. It was coming in at bang on 39 millimeters. When you include the crowns, it was coming at 43.1 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. That does taper down to 16 and back up to 18.5 at the clasp. And the lug to lug, tip to tip of the watch is a true length of the watch, actually, given it's got a female end next to the center link. And that was coming in at 46.2 millimeters. So I think they're really good proportions there, guys. A little bit thicker than maybe I would like, given the thinness of the movement. But yeah, not too bad at all. As I mentioned just a moment ago, so if you unscrew the crown at the 2 o'clock, you'll see it's a bi-directional rotating crown, and I like the way it feels with the clicks. It feels quite positive. You can feel like it's turning, and that's not a bad thing. And then when the time comes, you can just line it back up roughly around there, push the crown in and turn it, and you'll see there's no further movement, which is really nice to see. I've had it before where as soon as you push the crown in and turn it, it moves. That's not the case on this, which you'll be pleased to see and pleased to hear. Yeah, crowns, so that's the one for the bezel, that's the one for the time we'll go for in a moment. Both got a bit of signage on there. I'm not sure what that means. Answer on a postcard. There's the logo for Aerotec. Screw down case back. Sapphire crystal on there as well, which is nice to see. Also just highlighting some information that we're going to run through just now. 4 mils of taper. Nice H-link bracelet. All brushed. You've got push pins. As I said at the start, I'd like to have seen screw pins. But there we are. Good size clasp. Beveled edge down the side. Easy. One of the easier ones to use in terms of when you want to use the mic on the fly adjust clasp. It's really, really easy. And you press it, pull it, boom. There you go. Easy peasy. Just like that. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal. And to be honest, it's got a bit of domage in it, but actually the AR coating is not terrible. I thought it's been actually quite good in reality. Normally when you got a bit of domage on a crystal, it does go nuts. But this isn't too bad, which is good to see. The water resistance, the site has been 300 meters, so that'll give you 30 atmospheres of water resistance. And the weight with those 4 links out was coming in at 139.3 grams. So probably about right. Anywhere between sort of 140, 160 for these sort of dive style watches with the sort of proportions and stuff they've got. It's probably where they need to be. So yeah, about right. But let's have a look at the dial in a bit more detail. So I do like the color. I like the way they've done the bezel. I like the inner rotating bezel. I like the fact they've done it in such a way where it's easy to engage with, because once you've moved it where you want it, you can screw it back nice and easy. You got sort of a minute track on that bezel, but it's only from sort of between the 12 and the 3. But then inside that, you have got a proper minute track where you've got buttons everywhere except for the 3, 6, and 9, where you've got actual numerals. I like the way they've done the numerals, actually. They look a bit sort of squashed, if you like, 3, 6, and 9. A little bit different, which is nice to see. You've got an inverted triangle at the 12, and then you've got other buttons everywhere else. The logo has also been applied, as have the buttons, which is nice to see. Either side of the 6, you've got 30 atmospheres, 1,000 feet. Just highlighting the water resistance. I don't know if that's been certified to any degree, but given the crystal being seated nicely, the screw down case back and the screw down crowns, I wouldn't have a problem taking it swimming. Diving, I'm not sure, but swimming, no problems whatsoever. The dial on these is stunning. I can't imagine all the dials are going to be the same, given it's a type of stone. And it does look really, really pretty. I must say, it's been something that's actually quite captivated me. I'm a bit of a sucker for dials, and this is a very pretty dial. I do like the hour and second hands. The hour in particular, I do like the fact they've used their logo on there. I've not seen that before, so that's a nice little touch. Good proportions on the hands. You've got the same sort of color hand as the dial, which isn't too bad. It does. You maybe would have liked to have seen something with a little bit of contrast, so it's easier to see. But generally, I've not had any problems telling the time and stuff, and knowing what was the seconds on. But so yeah, that's that sort of stuff. High polished hands, high polished indices. You wondered about the Lume now, so I'll bring the Lume shot up now. The Lume, I don't want to be too harsh, but I was hoping that the Lume would be a bit better. The hands indices was okay, but I was really expecting with a Sapphire, with the inner rotating bezel. I thought under the Sapphire crystal, I really thought that Lume would just be really good. But I didn't find the Lume to be that good at all. To be honest, I found it to be a little bit disappointing, if I'm being brutally honest. It didn't go and go. The bezel had literally no Lume on it. The hand and indices was okay, but I think it could have been done a little bit better. Hopefully, when you get the production models of these, your Lume is far superior to this. That's all I would say. So yeah, that's the Lume. The movement, as I said, the crown down at the 4 o'clock position. There's only one position really. So once you unscrew it, you pull it out, it will hack. You put it back in, it will start back up again. And other than that, you can just take it out. As you take it out, set the time. But I'm not going to do that because obviously I'm sure you know how to set a time. If there was a date on there, I like to scroll through so you guys can see where it turns over. But that's the hands, indices, dial, bezel, movement. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what looks like on my wrist. One moment, guys. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. And I think this watch is a really pretty watch. I like the size of it. Like I said, I would like it to maybe a mil or so thinner. But generally, it's a really pretty watch. Fits on the wrist nicely. You got 3 links off. You got the on the fly just clasp as well, so that'll make it a lot easier to size and make it fit yourself as well as you want. But there we are, guys. What do you all think? Okay, so guys and girls, that would now take me swiftly on to what I think is pants and pucker about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a higher with pucker. So what I think is pants is there's not a great deal to be honest, guys. I'm not going to lie, but there are a couple of things that I'm going to mention. First off, the push pins. Some of you are going to have no issues with push pins and stuff, but they are for me a little bit cheap. And this isn't an expensive watch, but it's not a cheap watch either. So I personally would have liked them to have used screw pins. It's my favourite. I don't like pin and collar. I don't really like push pins. I know some will moan because you can thread the screws and stuff, but I don't like push pins. So I would have gone. I probably would have even lent towards decent pin and collar really. But yeah, the push pins and also the Lume. Like I said, with this style of watch, it was crying out for Lume that just like companies like Zelos and stuff produce. That's what I was looking for, like Lume for days, and it didn't do that at all. It left me really disappointed. So they're the two things I'm going to say for it in terms of the pants. I'm going to go with the push pins and the Lume. Almost mentioned the thickness, but not quite. What I think is Paka. So quite a bit more, probably unsurprising. I'm going to go with a Sapphire sandwich. I've said before, it's my favourite sandwich behind a BLT. So yeah, love a Sapphire sandwich. The dial on this is so pretty. Like you'll see, there's a little crack going through there. I'm not sure what that's all about, but generally, yeah, the dial's nice. Hands and indices, like I said, I do like the way they've done it. I like the way the numerals are done. I like the fact that the hour hand is the logo, which is cool. I've not seen that before. The bezel, as I mentioned, the bezel feels really nice and engaging when you turn it. Not always the case when you've got inner rotating bezels, but you can feel sort of like a clicky thing, almost like ratchety, feels cool. The movement, yeah, the Miyota 9000 series of movements. Like I said, my favourite movements now, I've got to say, and it's lovely to see it in this watch. The bracelet, H-Link bracelet is really comfortable. I'm not a big fan of the pins, but the bracelet itself is really comfy. The general look, I think it's a really cool looking piece. Very vibrant, very colourful. Like you see, you've got bits on the case as well that look nice, like the waves and stuff, and looks cool. And the price. So the price for the first couple of days is cheaper. I'll bring that up in front of me now. So I'm releasing this the day it comes out. So do act fast because the price does go up incrementally. So you want to get the best price. And the price on the first couple of days for this watch, I think is really good value for money. So they're the things I'm going to mention. I'll go with the Sapphire sandwich, dial, hands and indices, bezel, movement, bracelet, general look, and the price of the watch. And that'll take me on to, would I recommend this watch? And I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not perfect, but I do think it's a compelling sort of watch the way it looks. Very striking, very nicely executed. There is an awful lot to like, and that's definitely going to push me to say, yeah, I would recommend this watch. I think it's a really cool watch. A couple colors to choose from and stuff. So yeah, hopefully there's something for you. And like I said, for the first couple of days at least, really good value for money. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as I always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.